Armed demonstrators at Melbourne's Monash University today kept the Prime Minister, Mr Fraser, a virtual prisoner for 2 hours in one of the university buildings.
On August 23, 1976, Malcolm Fraser, the leader of the Liberal government, came to Monash to open a special education building called the Krongold Centre, a building his government had not allocated any funds for, and at a time when his government had just brought down a budget which heavily cut back on all levels of education and welfare expenditure. As you may remember, the press, and especially the Prime Minister, emphasised the violence of the demonstration. Our report is going to be a little bit more realistic.
I was saying to Malcolm the other day, aren't those communists funny?
Oh, Mamma Mia!
Oh, there I go again! Malcolm Fraser, there I go again! My, how can they resist ya? Malcolm Fraser, there I go again! I know just how much I missed ya. They're so happy and glad about the things that you do. I'm sure everyone here must have voted for you. As long as the boss doesn't show. He is here, Malcolm Fraser, our Lord and Savior, and all that he wears. He is here, Malcolm Fraser, our Lord and Savior. He told us he was heaven sent. He told us he was heaven sent. He told us he was heaven sent.
I've also been advised, because you might be interested, that most people demonstrating are not university students.
I've heard this before.
That a large number have come from the Builders Labourers Federation, whose organisers were out this morning around building sites, inciting them to come. We need much more than moderation in Australian politics, and much less the demonstration and violence of which today outside this theatre is a particular example.
Outside, however, the demonstration did in fact consist mainly of students. But there are others who had been ripped off in the recent budget as well, and they had come to protest too. There were people representing teachers' unions, welfare organisations, Aboriginals, the unemployed, and working class people generally, as well as your occasional builder's labourer.
Go home, Fraser!
Meanwhile, over at the Krongold Centre, the people were opening the building without any help from Malcolm Fraser.
The park has already been opened officially by one of the students from the faculty, so Malcolm doesn't have to open it now. I'm a staff member of this university, and the reason that I resent Malcolm and Mr Snedden here is because they stand for the retention of entrenched privilege in our society. Right. Some people have come and spoken to me today and said, do you know what this building is for? And I've said yes. And they've asked me, and I've told them that it's for handicapped children, for exceptional children, for children that don't fit into the ordinary run-of-the-mill. But Malcolm, the only group that he's interested in are those that have privilege, his group, and he is interested in retaining privilege for that group. And he is not interested in equality of educational opportunity, in equality of housing, in equality of social welfare benefits and things like that, as demonstrated by his and Phil's budget.
Mr Snedden, on behalf of the Monash Association of Students, I'm inviting you to come up here and give us a brief talk.
And now we come to the violence of the demonstration. If you watch closely towards the end of this clip, Billy Snedden starts the ball rolling.
Oh, Bill, come on. Go that allows you to do this, and you ought to be damn pleased you do live in a democracy. And it's that democracy that infects these buildings. It's this democracy that needs people like you to start working. Start being responsible. It needs people like you to know that you've got a great contribution to make. And it needs people like you not to be looked over the nose by some of those people over there. You're the mere puppets of political demonstrators. And a great centre, a very great centre. And that centre will be used for the benefit of all the people. And there's no way you can stop it. And there's no way you can stop it.
Back at the Alexander Theatre, Malcolm Fraser had finished his speech. The demonstrators had successfully stopped him from opening the Krongold Centre, and Mr. Fraser had barricaded himself in the men's toilets. But getting back to the violence, this is how 2 TV stations reported the demonstration after Malcolm Fraser had been in the dunny for 2 hours.
They waited, then state police arrived in an almost unprecedented move on a university campus. Police returned for the safety of the office. Cameramen and reporters were punched and jostled by the demonstrators and police. The second attempt was made, this time as a decoy, and the Prime Minister slipped out through the theatre ahead of the demonstrators. Late this afternoon, the Prime Minister's office said the official opening had been called off because of security. Brad Smart, Eyewitness News, Monash University.
But maybe the demonstration looked more ugly through the eyes of an unsteady TV camera. This was how the Monash cameras recorded the police's totally unnecessary violence in their so-called decoy move. And this is what happened when Fraser tried to get out of the shithouse himself. Note how the cameras are jostled. Note also the grin on Malcolm Fraser's face. And note later how Malcolm is eased back from whence he came by the persuasiveness of the crowd. All Fraser opened that day were the Alexander Theatre toilets. He had to leave by a back door. He did not open the Krongold Centre.
So, in other words, Fraser has left, and the Krongold Centre has not been opened.